Cooper Flagg is entering the 2025 NBA draft. The 18-year-old from Newport made the announcement this morning in a video posted on his Instagram. Flagg is projected to be the first overall pick after he led the Duke Blue Devils to the Final Four this year. The freshman also won a handful of National Player of the Year awards. Flagg helped Nokomis Regional High School win its first basketball state title in 2022. The first round of the 2025 NBA draft is Wednesday, June 25th.